people normally do is stand around, continue to shovel soil, but not actually do it. I always assume there is somebody who knows what to do.
Is it last good? Just in time.
Once a dog owner, always a fishwife.
No. Anyway, yes. So we are about to. It's very nice to see everybody here. I think you're exceeding my estimate of 30 people turning up, so that's great. Food, drink, rain. Make sure you get something before it gets soggy. But we're going to kick off fairly quickly with Steve giving a speech, which has been prepared. The Pat turning over a bit of sod, and then somebody over there actually doing the real hard work. So, over to you.
Well, welcome everybody, and this is I think a really fun, upbeat occasion. I'm not sure Pat is going to kind of thank us too much for reminding her that, in fact, my maths are right. You've been working on behalf of the local community in Sydenham for 36 years and still at it.
Yeah. You're about right. I was only 10 when I started.
Exactly.
Oh yes.
And it is Pat has done many things in that period of time. Lots of you will remember that for some reason, I'm not quite sure why, pubs seem to figure very largely in this. I mean, I vividly remember the Sydenham Festival tram races. If you don't have memories of those, you really are missing out. Grab somebody who does. The presence of adults in the prams was one of the characteristics that used to mark it.
In those days there were 13 pubs and everybody had a half pint in them. By the time you got down to sort of the Prince Alfred, the prams were wandering all over.
I thought it was a pint.
Well, I only started the race.
That was only when somebody else was buying.
That was only when William Hague was posted.
Are you
right through to, in fact, the campaign to keep one of those pubs in some form of existence, which Pat and I were able, along with many of you, to work on fairly recently. But I also remember I tried to get away from Lewisham occasionally and go out town and enjoy myself. And there was a pub in the West End which I thought kind of only I knew about. It was quite upstairs, but I'm in there one Saturday evening. I worked with Pat over the years, and this chance today to actually, I think in a really appropriate way, mark Pat's contribution. And I'm sure when this is a great big mature tree, you will still be here telling us what needs to be done to make Sydenham a better place.
Yes.
So, really, to summarise, just a very, very big thank you to Pat for everything that you've done.
Don't. No, fine. No. Both of you. As far as I'm concerned, you don't achieve anything unless you've got your troops up behind you agreeing that you're doing the right thing. So the Sydenham Society, previous to that the Sydenham Community Festival, you don't do these things on your own, you always have other people. So I've spearheaded a bit, but there's always been a big phalanx behind me, so I'm grateful for that. And I'm actually going to take the opportunity to say something else which I think is very exciting, and I won't be long. The users group here,
The improvement group, if you don't mind.
all right, the Sydenham Wells Park Improvement Group, chaired by Alma, another one who's a great spearheader, but she always had her troops behind her, actually expressed a wish to have a wildlife corridor in the park, and I am delighted that this is the start of the new wildlife corridor. So, you know, the park itself is going to change at the behest of the users group, the Sydenham Wells Park Improvement Group, and the fact that Lewisham and Glendale listened. So, yet better things to happen.
We do occasionally.
Of course. Right, I'm going to turn the sod. Is that allowed?
Okay, now, well, I thought people who've got cameras probably need to come and
I think everybody.
Actually a sparkling silver job. Yep, especially for the
Hello, Robert. Well,
Are we ready?
is it the first sod in the park we've had for a while,
You
I think?
better come and join us now.
Oh, well,
We might as well
how are you, Peter?
I'm making your way now.
Not, you're there if you stop there, you are, not if you carry on.
It's ready, steady, go.
No, you have to do all of it.
I have to do all of it, right? Get my shoulders in.
Yes, sir. Well done. Doesn't it? Was that it?
That's it.
Oh no, we need another take, Pat.
The trick is just hold it like that. Ignore it.
Good.
Okay, done. All right. It's going in the Sydenham Society newsletter and on the website. Oh, on the website.
Fantastic.
It's a